Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
First, hey everybody, welcome to a special Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and joined by Angel this week for a special live episode. We are going to be talking about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. But first, I just want to point out that we are proud members of the Dorkening Podcast Network, as well as Dead of Winter Entertainment. And if you're in the New England area, don't forget to go to Dead of Winter, the Dead of Winter Film Festival in February in Worcester at the Mechanics Hall. So that is going to be an awesome time. Both Angel and I will be there. But first, let's talk to the director and producer of Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, which is part of the puniverse. So if you've seen Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2, this is part of that. And Angel and I were talking a bit about it before we started recording, and it's gonna be an interesting one. So first off, director and I believe writer as well, Scott. How you doing, Scott?
Hey, how are you? I'm good, thanks. How are you?
And you also play Christopher Robin in Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I do.
By the way, you're a hell of an actor, so congrats on that.
Oh, thank you.
Well. Yeah, no, you guys are looking at your IMDb. You keep busy, so that's yeah, definitely. And then we also have, is it Rhys? Is that how you say it?
Rhys. Yeah.
Rhys.
Sorry, my name's a mess. Rhys
I'm the worst. And you're also a director on Pooh, Blood and Honey, correct?
Yeah. So I wrote and directed Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 1, Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, and produced them, and then with Peter Pan produced that.
Nice. So yeah, this is this franchise. Like you guys, like I said, you guys have both been extremely busy writing, directing, acting, and a lot of stuff. We see companies like this in America, and they have their fan base. Like they don't necessarily break out worldwide though. So you guys have been doing this in the UK, or how long has it taken you to finally make it to America and finally make it? Because it took off pretty much with Pooh, Blood and Honey, I'm thinking. Or was there a film that you guys with your production company where it's really kind of like you've made your mark, or was it Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Yeah.
No, we were. Oh yeah, you go, Rhys.
All right. We've made a lot of films before, and they were all on very, very low budgets. And for me and Scott, it was a bit of a process of just like learning to become filmmakers. So we'd made I'd made over 60 films, and I think Scott had made over 100 at that point, and they were all on budgets which are like below 30k. Then we had Winnie-the-Pooh 1 take off. That done really, really well. And then from that's given us the platform to now kind of demonstrate what we can do where we've got some degree of money. With these, it's still not comparable to, Blumhouse kind of level budget, which is probably in the range of, 5 million to 10 million or so, typically. But it's enough that we can actually now make very, very good films. So. Mm-hmm.
Well, I agree. You're making very good films. You can tell, the first Pooh, Blood and Honey was definitely a lower budget. You guys definitely stepped it up a lot with the second one, and then with Peter Pan Neverland Nightmares, it even more. And I think the way that Angel, you described it after you watched it, I think you said it was like the amount, like how bleak it was, and just how did you describe it?
I said it was very bleak. in the like the essence of like what the like at the core of it, it's like you're using like these stories from like childhood, and like we grew up with like these characters, but then like at the core of like
I
what
think you're
this.
muted for me, Angel.
Oh,
Am I
really?
muted?
Oh yeah, I couldn't hear any of that. Could you guys?
I can hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Can you
yeah, it was
hear?
just like blank for me. I was just being polite, being like,
Oh,
"Oh,
Can you
Dan."
hear me now?
Sorry.
can you hear him
Yeah,
now?
I think.
yeah, I can hear you. I think it's just your
No.
connection.
Yeah, I can't hear Angel at all. I can hear everyone else.
Oh, weird. So
Oh,
Angel's
that's
saying that it
weird.
was very bleak. And
Yeah, okay.
what did you say, Angel, after that?
I just said like taking like these characters, especially like a Peter Pan guy, which is supposed to be like this wholesome, like there's some dark connotations to it, but then like where this film is and where it lands, like it's just like I was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like,
So he's basically saying that taking these characters that we grew up with and putting them where you put them and making them do what they're doing is just effed up. And
Yeah.
but in a very good way.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
So
Because like, oh, sorry, because I want just like, because I know like, especially like the character Tinkerbell in this, like I won't give too much crazy, away of it, but just like, it's like such a like. So like we know Tinkerbell, right? We know Hook, right? Like there's like this like ooh, boo, you know what I mean? Aspect of this character, but it's like I don't know, man. I do want to talk to you guys a little bit more about these characters. Maybe if we can, at some point off record, or maybe after the movie drops, because I don't want to spoil anything. Because I feel like the more blind that you go, and the more like expecting this to be like Peter Pan, the more like fucked up and blown away you're gonna be with
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
what the story is.
Scott definitely wanted to go to a non-traditional direction with some of these characters because, like you're saying, you've got everyone has this interpretation of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and Hook in their mind, but it would have been very kind of lazy and boring if we tried to stick to that. And
Yeah.
the same with our other films. So we wanted to twist them into really unique and different directions, which should make it quite exciting to watch. Hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was because like with like the other movies, the Pooh movies, like slasher aspects, all that kind of stuff. Like there's like there's sort of a formula to that, but then like real life horror, like that is in Peter the newest one, the Peter Pan. It's like like we've heard stories like this, and we've seen like actual like brutality that
Yeah.
has happened in like real life, and it's just like. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
So
because I don't want to give anything away.
right. So Scott, he's pointing out that we've seen like this kind of real horror in our lives. Like I was born in 75. Like I grew up with kids getting kidnapped in vans. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was a thing that happened a lot
Yeah.
when I was a kid. And so yeah, it's a thing where it hit home for me. And I think the general audience are maybe not people. I mean, I'm not saying not people my age, but I mean
Yeah.
people that grew up with Peter Pan and people that grew up with those kind of movies that are now adults and they want some more like, all right, show me what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, when I was like developing the script, it felt like this was the easiest one, I would say, out of all the films that we've done. That was easy to just make it horror because if you think about what it is, it's a man climbing through windows, taking children, and you never see them again. They go to Neverland, which to me was obviously the afterlife. And yeah, it just felt like really a really clear, easy like direction for me. I love, and I just well, I felt like you couldn't have much fun with it. It couldn't be something that you could like enjoy it. That's why I went with the grungy, unsettling vibe from the get-go. I wanted it to feel uncomfortable, that you felt dirty watching it because it is dealing with children.
Yeah.
And unlike Winnie-the-Pooh, it's you can have fun with that. It's a yellow bear running around killing people, but with this, it is a guy abducting children. on drugs. But also with our universe that we're creating, I talk a lot about the Conjuring universe. And if you go to watch a Conjuring film, they're all the same tone and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't like Annabelle, you probably won't like The Nun. If you don't like The Nun, you probably won't like blah, blah, blah. Whereas with ours, I wanted it to be very open. So if you don't like Pooh, Blood and Honey, you may like Peter Pan because it's so different. And if you don't like Peter Pan, then you may like Bambi or Pinocchio. They're all just so different. And I think that's what hopefully sets our little universe apart from others, that it is very accessible to all horror fans, that you don't have to just like the silly campy films. You can like the serious ones, or you can like the ones in the middle. Hopefully we're going to start covering a lot more basis for everyone, really. And then when you get to Puniverse Monsters Assemble, I just don't feel like there's a film like it other than Freddy vs Jason, but then that is 2 villains, this is 12. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on, like, because the fact that you're able to use these characters because of the loophole, that there's other movies coming out that are using the same loophole?
Yes.
Are you okay? Like, I'm sure. I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But for example, the guys from Terrifier are doing the Steamboat Willie one. So
no,
I mean,
I don't have anything
think
against it. If anything, there's 2 things with it. Number one, I love how accessible the film industry is today in 2024. If you have a camera and you have an idea, you can go and make a film. And I love that, because me and Rhys, we're not from backgrounds where our family are in the industry. Like, I've had to make 140 films to get where I am, like, and no one gave me the easy card to get there. Like, I've really worked my ass off to get to this point. And that's why, like, now, which is leading to point 2, it's all about quality over quantity now. So everything that we're doing to build this universe, to try and kind of keep people, invested in what we're doing, is to try and make films that are better than the last, and just quality. Really, it's all about quality now, and trying to make something that people can really invest in.
Like, we know that there is a lot of these films starting to come out, going down a kind of similar direction in terms of taking some sort of IP like that and then trying to twist it and subvert it. But I think I know some of them are just going for a bit of a volume approach, where they're just trying to shoot it as quick as possible, get it out there before anyone else, and then do the next one as quick as possible and hope one of them hits. But yeah, me and Scott early on felt like that wasn't the right approach with what we're doing, but we've made so many films. Like, in some years we've literally made 30 films on those sort of budgets. So if we wanted, we could have mopped up the whole we could have done like 50 characters in 2 years. I just had 50 of these films out there, but they wouldn't have been good. We decided to go down a route where we're going to make focus a lot of our energy towards a select number of concepts which we really believed in, and we're hoping that the direction we've taken, Peter Pan, Bambi, and Pinocchio, and then leading into Puniverse, people are going to really like those films, and then that will establish us relative to everyone else.
No, it's so far, I mean, from what I've seen, I can see the progression, and I enjoyed all 3 movies, but as they progress, like, I enjoy them more and more. So I really, really liked Peter Pan, Neverland, Nightmares.
Thank you.
And it's going to be a limited run in theaters, the 13th through the 15th. So it's just a few days. But
go to iconic events. Right? What is it? Iconic releasing.
Iconic events.
It's iconic events, and it's running from January the 13th to January the 15th.
Okay. So let's go to iconic events, and you can search your zip code.
Your tickets are.
Find where it's playing. Go see it on the big screen. We were lucky enough to see a screener, but I would love to see reactions from some viewers myself. There's a few things, and I've been telling people about it as well. Like, when I go to work and stuff like that, I'm like, you don't even know. Like, this.
Bro, let's just say, like, pixie dust.
Yeah. There's a few things I'm like they went there, and it's I'm like, it's, and people are like,
I'm like,
no, I'm telling you, it's good. Like, there's some big, like, some guys I know that are big horror fans, and like, they have Shudder, and they're like, I've watched everything on Shudder. There's nothing out there that, like, I'm just saying though. But if you go in thinking of Peter Pan and watching what they do with it, it's
No,
gonna.
no, that's what you want him to do though. You want him to go in like blind,
Then there's
and
things
then just
I haven't seen Peter Pan in so long, and there was things that made me. I was like, I forgot all about that, and it made me think of
Mm.
the old Peter Pan. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's on the TV the whole time when he's
Yep.
sitting there. I didn't.
yeah,
I don't want to say it. I don't want to give it away, but the whole time I'm just like, why did they keep? I'm like, wait a minute, Durr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you notice behind the TV, there's a clock on the wall,
Oh,
and when
geez.
you're
yeah,
in the room, the clock is always going off. But it's very subtle. But it's again, I was trying to think, how do I bring certain elements into the story,
yeah,
but achieve it well? Because
Yeah,
obviously that element, if I were to do it properly, it would be VFX,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it would just one, it wouldn't suit what I was doing with the story, but number two, I probably wouldn't be able to achieve it very well.
right.
So I was like, what if I use it as a manipulation tactic? He's putting this in this child's environment to scare him, to not,
yeah,
just
yeah,
to play with his head and his mindset. So
Yeah.
it's all down to manipulation.
Well, good job. I mean, great
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's I'm psyched for you guys. You
yeah,
know,
oh,
yeah.
thank
especially
you.
No,
for horror fans, honestly, because it's we see a lot of stuff come through, and there's a lot of stuff that like there's companies out there that I'm lifelong fans of, like companies like Troma, companies like Full Moon, stuff like that, but their percentage of quality over whatever is not great. Let's be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah, yeah.
and it's but that's the thing is I love to see like other companies
I,
come up and just
yeah,
progress,
yeah,
getting better and better and better, and it's that's
Well, this
I'm
has been like a dream for us. That's why, like, when I made the 100 films, it was all a way of me forcing my way into this industry. Because as I say, like, no one ever like. I don't have any help, so I was thinking, what is my unique selling point? So I thought, what if I make 100 films and then I can go in a room and people will trust me with money, sort of thing, because I made 100 films that were on low budget. And obviously, in whilst making those 100 films, Winnie the Pooh genuinely overnight accidentally blew up, and it put me on this platform where it was my dream, really. So now I'm just trying to take it very seriously, and I'm not taking it for granted. So there's a
no,
lot of
that's
hard work and effort that's going into all this, and hopefully people start to see it the more and more we progress.
yeah. I mean, and you got like I mean, there's a lot of high quality actors and actresses in this movie.
Yep.
yeah,
But that's the thing, though, is that like a lot of American fans may not know a lot of the actors and actresses because they don't know UK television or whatever. But you were able to get some pretty great actors and actresses in this one too. So that there's something to be said for that too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
part of your budget,
Yeah.
but at the same time too, like they're able to be like, all right, they made these Winnie the Pooh movies. Okay, yeah, I'll work with them.
No,
Like,
it's always hard, like after Winnie won, I totally get it. Like it was made on £20,000, it was shot in 7 days, it was an accident. I feel like Reese actually did really well for £20,000. Like there's a lot of films out there that, that you would like, you can tell that they're that budget, but I feel like he did really well. But I
yeah,
feel like now it's about the scripts help us convince people to come in at the minute, because obviously we've only had Winnie 1 and 2 come out, and
yeah.
we haven't had anything like, for example, the cast of Pinocchio. Like we've got Richard Brake in there, which me and Reese have been a fan of his for fucking ages, and like his performance in 31, Rob Zombie's 31, that was a reference for my Peter Pan. That was literally, I showed my actor clips of Richard in that, but Richard came on board purely because he liked the script that Reese had written in Pinocchio. He loved the Geppetto character, and after chatting with Reese, he could see the passion and the enthusiasm, and Reese was able to explain like what happened with Winnie. And it was like, because some people, they say, oh, it's a cash grab, da da da. It actually wasn't. It was I was making a lot of content, and it just blew up. So
yeah.
yeah, we're very lucky.
It's like after 100 and something movies, if you get some cash, grab it. Like,
Yeah, no, but it's all about
might as well,
reinvesting it now.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no, it's all honestly, it's about reinvesting, and
Oh,
hopefully
totally.
people see that, because yeah, like Reese could have said earlier, like I like the year that Winnie come out, like I honestly I produced 42 movies, so
Wow.
like I very quickly, if I wanted, if it was all about money, I could have made probably every public domain character by now and chucked them on VOD, but it's not about that. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
making quality projects, and hopefully a universe that the horror fans appreciate and enjoy and start to grow to love. Like I know there's a lot of hate from the beginning, but hopefully we'll turn it around film by film.
See, that's the thing is I hear mixed things, so I don't hear a ton of hate. I hear
It's
I hear
getting better
mixed
now.
things.
Yeah.
It
Now,
was.
now
It
they're
was.
like, oh, these guys are cool. These guys are cool.
So
It was
that's the thing.
99% hate at the start though. Like with Winnie 1 when that came out, honestly, that year, it was like, the Razzies, everyone was like messaging us on Instagram and just being like really, really negative. But then number 2, yeah, we tried to twist it, make it, make a significant step up, and then everyone started to like it more. So we're hoping that trajectory just like carries on now.
Yeah,
And
if
we can
if
bring
if
people on
someone
board.
because of that doesn't watch your band Neverland Nightmares, they're doing themselves a disservice, and they're just like a
Yeah.
ignorant horror fan. But there's
Yeah,
some
that's
people that
a
are, yeah. So go ahead.
yeah,
Angel.
that's the thing now. Like with horror fans, like Kevin said with the air quotes, it's like there's a lot of like give me what I want or give me of the same things, give me of the same things that I like, but then like in the same breath is like how dare you give me what I wanted, you know what I mean? So it's they don't even know what they want, you know what I mean? So like
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, horror
it's
fans.
tough to as a creator to put your stuff out there because like once you finish it, it's not yours per se, like it is, but like when you're presented to it's theirs to do what they want with, act how they want about it
Yeah,
and all that stuff, and then hopefully you as a creator when it bounces back to you, like you can take some of the oohs and like, oh yeah, I'll take that one, you know what I mean? But like
yeah.
yeah, like that's like the thing, even with with me trying to, even on the smallest scale, the stuff I'm creating, it's still scary to push shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing that kills me is that everyone has like something to say, but they don't have any constructive criticism. It's just like I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you like it? I just don't like it.
I
Like,
know. It's very
say
but
something
the thing is
constructive.
this is the way that like you get into the industry. Like you have to like we were making films no one was watching. I've pitched films that no one would take and like give us the money for, and you have to do certain things that like normally the first question is what actors are you going to get, what celebrities, and it's like it's either celebrities or a hook, an IP, and it's like you have to start somewhere, and hopefully I as I say, like I have been working my arse off to get here. It hasn't been like overnight at all, even though the viralness of that was overnight. I've been doing it for 8 years by
Yeah.
the time I got to it,
Look
so
at both. Yeah,
hopefully
if you're
yeah.
watching this or listening to it, go to both of their IMDb's and just look at the amount of work that they've both been involved in, and it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane. But we do have to cut things because I know you guys are on limited time. So where can fans go to follow what's going on with the puniverse or with you guys in general? Like where can fans go to follow you?
Yeah, so we have an official Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for the whole Puniverse. It's called Winnie-the-Pooh Blood and Honey. So if you follow that, that's probably the best place. But we do have Instagrams as well. Mine is Scott Chambers _ and Rhys.
Yeah, it's Rhys Frake-Waterfield. And yeah, the Pooh account on Instagram is just Pooh Blood and Honey. That's the tag for it.
Perfect. So yeah, and also go. I'm forgetting the company again. Where people can go to grab tickets?
It's iconicreleasing.com. You just look for your Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare tickets page and put in your
zip code.
Your areas. Yeah, there's one.
Is there any in your area?
Yeah, there's one about 30 miles from me.
Nice.
So that's not far. Greenfield's not far. It's not far from me.
Let's make a trip of it.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. Fucking
yes.
Keep smashing them. I don't know if Scott can't hear me still, but
he just pretended to talk.
You faked that one, didn't you?
Yeah. He's like, I don't know if Scott can hear me still, but
No, you're totally muted. I'm so sorry.
Weird.
Yeah, I have no idea what Angel said.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll find out when I watch this on YouTube. I'll know what Angel said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got no idea.
Yeah. So for everyone,
slagging you off the whole time.
So we're gonna play the trailer, and when we come back, I'll be live with Angel and with Tony, who wasn't able to do the interview with us today, but he did love the movie.
Thanks.
Yeah. And he's seen both Winnie-the-Pooh movies as well, and he's just like, wow, it's just progressing and just getting crazier and crazier. So he's a fan of the whole thing. So He really wanted to be here. He just couldn't get time off to do it. But yeah. So thank you very much, guys, for coming on, and we will see. The rest of the show will be live in a couple minutes, and we'll talk to you guys later, hopefully. And thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys. See you later.
Right.
Thanks,
Bye.
Angel.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Wakey, wakey. Peekaboo.
How did you get down there?
I'm Peter. It's nice to meet you.
When Timmy went missing, what do you remember?
He's close to Neverland, and he must act now to take the children with him.
It's time to collect.
Oi, freak! You gonna pay for that?
I'm Peter. Do you know what I have?
Don't worry about Michael. I'm gonna take him to Neverland.
So if you need a hand...
Wow.
Who wants to come to Neverland with me? It's my duty to send the kids to Neverland and protect them from this world.
In a place where you can be a little boy for the rest of your existence.
Get her to me!
Marco?
Hello.
Marco?
Hello.
I'm here, and now I'm live, and then we got the good old Angel. What's up, Angel?
Who wants to go to Neverland with me?
I was gonna say Tony's not here with us now, and that's because he's actually he's in Neverland.
He's in Neverland, drinking that Jersey water.
Yeah. Bad thing with Jersey water is it gives you heartburn, and the burps.
Yeah, the butt burps.
Yeah. But anyways, enough about that.
Tony Tony loved the movie.
Yes, he did. And we also when we found out that Tony couldn't do it, we asked our friend Ryan, who's part of that Strange Show.
Who that? Ryan?
Yeah, we asked Ryan, who's part of that Strange Show with Angel right there, and myself, and he is not available tonight either. But he also really enjoyed the film, and so we said it a bunch in the actual interview, but this is a real big step up, in my opinion. Not taking anything away from Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But it's a big step up. And
for sure.
I mean, it's kind of like, I know we bring it up a lot, but I mean, like looking at the progress of things like you look at like All Hallows Eve compared to like
Fire 3.
Yeah, it's like you see like they started very micro budget, and then now they're able to make something a little bit more substantial. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie quite a bit, and
I did.
Really twisted.
Yeah, it was very twisted. So the Muslim said, so what's today? The 7th?
7th.
The 7th. Yeah, this comes out in check your local theaters through the Iconic releasing website, because it's going to be a short run. But I'm assuming just like those short theater runs helped the crew over at Terrifierville. I'd say from across the pond, because these guys are from the UK, love.
Yep.
You know,
I
it'd
think-
be
and I
it'd
was
be
gonna-
it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to see like the horror community get behind them. You
right.
know,
And again, just because they're from across the pond, it's he said the 13th, and I was like, yes, I love the accent.
yeah,
13th until the 15th, I was like, 13th. That's
13th. Yeah.
Like, oof.
Yeah.
So dope to have that accent. But my watch won't shut up. But so
Ding dong.
do you have any without too much spoilers, do you have what do you think the biggest takeaway from being an aspiring filmmaker yourself? What's your biggest
It's just like I was saying, I was, after every time we do these like check-ins and with people, and then it's very inspiring for sure. And it puts things into perspective for me. I've thought about making films forever, but just most recently is when I'm taking actual solid steps. And then to hear oh yeah, we've been doing it for 8 years, and then the Terrifier guys have been 8+ years too, and it's just okay, so there's a lot of patience and just a lot of grit and just getting down to it, and it's definitely inspiring to see that, because
how many times in the interview did Scott say that Pooh took off accidentally?
yeah, and that's the thing, and that's why I said what I said in the interview as well, where it's once you release it into the wild, it's just
you never know.
it's gonna do what it's gonna do, but only so much marketing can help and all that kind of stuff. People will receive it or they won't receive it, so it just puts those kind of things into perspective. And then seeing the jump from quality and that kind of stuff, and then hearing them say it themselves, that's what we're focusing on now, and really hammering in that we're supposed to be here, we have the opportunity. So I can't wait to see what they do, with the Bambi. He said in the interview, Richard Brake is attached to one of the projects, which is fucking awesome. That guy plays a big fucking creep like nobody else can. So I can't wait to see. But yeah, I mean, hats off to them. And I know Ryan kind of shared the same sentiment, because I talked to him for a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, it's it's just a bleak story. It's fucked up, and it's just the vehicle that they use. But he just thought it was very, very gory, which Tony shared the same sentiment. It was
gorier than you thought it would be, in a good way.
Yeah, it was way more brutal than than they let on, because like we said, there's some setup. There's it's a movie. It moves in certain beats.
Yeah.
And but yeah, once they say, "Oh, you ready?" And he's like, "I take them to Neverland."
Yeah.
That is so creepy, dude. You know what I mean? What do you mean?
It's
Whoa.
it's messed up that it's a movie that's based off of a story from our childhood that is
Yeah,
that's the creepiest thing in a long time.
Yeah, it's what is Neverland? Are they Des? Is it a thing?
That was the question.
Yeah.
We're trying to
but it's but it's just and the choices to that character that they made, to Peter Pan, the character, and some of the, obviously in the trailer you can hear some of the choices for the voice.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many nuanced layers to that character. I would pay close attention to that aspect of it.
Is there any characters that you think that the actor was inspired by?
I saw a little bit of Brad Dourif in there, early days Brad Dourif. The hobbling around, you could call from Urban Legends, when he comes off he's playing that, and he yells he's in the back seat.
Mm.
You know, like, but yeah, I saw a little bit of.
A little
What'd you see?
Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah,
A little bit, like a
yeah,
smidge, but just in some of the way that he carried himself a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was reminiscent of
yeah.
some
So,
stuff.
question for you:
Yes.
that scene is in the trailer, right? When he pops up out of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. So when I was talking with Ryan. I was like, oh yeah, he did like the, because it's being one of the logs, the taglines or log lines is like, Pennywise meets the Black Phone,
Mm.
type of deal. And then like I said, oh yeah, it was kind of Pennywise in the sewer, and then he's like, oh, it called back to me Evil Dead, coming out
Like
of
the
the
fruit cellar.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I
but
can see it. I can see it either way,
yeah,
honestly. But my
because it was kind of like a hiya, Georgie.
right, it was.
How you doing?
That was my first thought. Was
Yeah.
was Pennywise, like OG
Yeah.
Pennywise, like Tim Curry Pennywise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see some. Hey, I swallow your soul. I swallow your soul in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So needless to say, we recommend the movie for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And I would say if you haven't seen the two Pooh movies, even though you don't necessarily have to see them to see this movie, I would still say check them out.
Yeah, I would check them out because they essentially, like they said, it's going to culminate as well. It's the TCU, the Twisted Childhood Universe, also known as the puniverse. But yeah, they're of the Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. And then now, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. But like they touched on, they're gonna have Bambi, The Reckoning. Then they're gonna have Pinocchio Unstrung, and then it's gonna culminate into the Puniverse, Monsters Assemble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
You said there's gonna be
probably
12.
15.
15. Okay.
15 people, 15 monsters, or.
Well, do you think that's gonna cut back into the like Winnie the Pooh movies, like with those characters, and is it gonna does it hint at what other characters might be included in that?
I don't know, but I'm assuming like Bambi's probably gonna have a couple.
Oh yeah, because you got to think like the skunk. And,
bro, let's see, Thumper, bro. Just smashing people's heads.
I remember when we mentioned it on that Strange Show, and I thought I made the joke that I thought it would be awesome if when they did the Bambi movie, if it was just like an actual like live action remake of Bambi meets Godzilla.
Yeah,
because I used to love it when I was a kid. Bambi meets Godzilla.
However, this is interesting. So I'm on Wikipedia, so I don't know how true this is, but I'm looking at the Pinocchio Unstrung.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see if we could find who made that. Because have you seen the animatronic thing that they made for it?
Yep.
It looks so sick. But it says here, we heard Richard Brake as Geppetto.
Yeah.
But it says Robert Englund.
Are we sure it's the same movie?
Yeah, cast Pinocchio Unstrung, Rhys Frake-Waterfield. The adventures based on the adventures of Pinocchio. Huh.
Well, you said it's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, so
anyone can use Wikipedia.
Yeah, so we'll see though, because it says in November 2024, Robert Englund was cast in a lead role, while Richard Brake was cast as Geppetto.
You'd think that they would have brought that up.
Maybe it's not supposed to be. Maybe it's not supposed to be out there yet.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. We should shut up.
Off to Neverland. But all right, yeah. So yeah, the Puniverse. It's cool, man. It's cool.
I agree.
Like I said, I'm excited for them, and I know, like seemingly, right? These things, they just happen overnight, right? They're just like, oh wow, that's so. But like they've been working their ass off, like you said.
He said 140 movies he was involved in.
Yeah. So
just to prove himself.
Yeah, that was before. Yeah,
UK's a different animal. It's a different animal.
They're out there churning them out.
Well, it's obviously we're saturated with so much over here, but I don't know. It's still like over in the UK. Like I just heard this. I don't know if it's still true, but you need a television license.
I don't know. What do you mean television? Like to have a TV, you need to be licensed.
Yeah.
To watch television.
People, they can stop at your house and be like, "Show me your television."
Hey, lovey, you better turn that TV off.
Sergio was here asking if we had a show last Tuesday. We didn't. This is our first show of the year, Sergio.
Happy New Year. This is the last day you can say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Tony's not feeling good, so he's in Neverland.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, this is the first show of the year, and we already played the trailer. That was part of the interview. So if you missed that, you're out of luck there, champion.
Oh wow.
Just
going back to your question of Monsters Assemble, we'll take this with a grain of salt because the internet is undefeated. So this, never mind about Robert Englund. But it says here, Monsters Assemble, it says the plot will reportedly include characters from each of the preceding installments as the murderous versions of characters, so it says the nightmarish monsters will include returning characters such as Winnie-the-Pooh being the team's leader, Tigger, Piglet, Owl, Bambi, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Hook, Pinocchio, and the Cricket, while also introducing Rabbit, Sleeping Beauty, the Mad Hatter, Cheshire Cat, and others to the group.
So some Alice in Wonderland stuff.
Yeah, so it says
they should do something with that OG Alice in Wonderland, the black and white live action Alice in Wonderland from way back in the day.
Yeah,
the silent film one. That film is terrifying.
Bro, you think people are just editing this?
Yes, they're probably editing it as you're reading it.
Wow, they're like, dude, add some more so we can read some more bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it also says in December of
as
2024,
heard on the Wicked Horror Show, what
Scott Chambers announced that Mary Poppins will also appear in the film. And then he said, following the month, he stated that Peter Pan, Mad Hatter will be major villains. And then it also says that on January 1st, it was revealed Tintin will also appear in the film. So everybody's invited. Tintin. You know Rin Tin Tin?
Well, Tintin is how? No, Tintin is like the kid with the poop.
He's the kid with the pompadour, with the grease pompadour.
Well, no, isn't he the kid with the little just flip up hair?
Yeah.
But isn't it all public domain stories? So I don't think Tintin's that old. I mean, I could be completely wrong. But I don't know. Either way, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I'm just reading stuff off the internet like
A1lies.com.
Like casual. I'm doing grandpa shit right now. Oh shit, they said.
Huh. You get my congressman on the phone and get this to put to a vote. Yeah. So it was pretty cool to get to speak with them last week, and I'm wishing them the best. They seem like young dudes, especially compared to me. They seem like young dudes, and I'm happy for them. Yeah, it'd be cool to run into them at a convention or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, it would be. And I sent Scott a message. I said, hey, maybe next time we won't need a middleman.
Yeah. I was actually thinking maybe he'll eventually get to know your voice.
Yeah.
I wonder what he thinks your voice sounds like before he hears it.
Hi, hello.
Hey, everybody, it's me. I'm Angel over here. That's what he thinks you sound like. I'm Angel. I like movies.
I like movies.
He's gonna be so surprised.
So January 13th, 14th, and 15th only. That is unless everyone shows up and buys all the popcorn and tickets for the movies. Yeah.
All of the
But if you get your tickets, you go to iconicreleasing.com. Depending on when you're hearing this, if
I'm gonna put this up in 2 days. I'm gonna put it up on Thursday.
Oh, 2 more days for the audio side?
Put the audio up on Thursday. So that way
All right, cool. And then on the 11th, you'll be watching on Block of Horror, the Prophet's Theater. So we'll be over there too. You're here now. You're here now because I'm talking future to future peoples. We're here now, live.
Remember.
So if we don't respond to your comments, it's because we're live 10 days ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see here. Springfield up.
I already said Tony. He's sick, Sergio. He's got a bad case of the ouch, my tum hurts.
Miss Johnson, my tummy hurts.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you're in the area Western Mass, you can go to AMC Plainville. That's in Connecticut.
Yep.
You got Greenfield Garden Cinemas in Greenfield. You got Worcester at the Blackstone Valley, 14 Cinema Deluxe.
That's my
extra butter.
That's me.
Yeah, you can go to Southington. You can go to Marlboro. You can go to Bellingham.
Oh, it's playing at the was it
Regal?
Oh, is it Regal in Marlboro?
Yeah, there's a Regal in Marlboro.
Nosferatu.
Ooh. He had a mustache. AMC Dining.
He had a mustache. He's like, I'm a vampire. I got no hair except for the ones on my face.
Yeah. Framingham, Mass, AMC, Providence Place. Yeah,
well,
so it's playing. There's only one show though. On these.
Yeah, the one at Blackstone at my theater is only on the 13th, and there's only one show. It's at 7:00 at night.
All right, so you'll be there. Extra popcorn, right? Yeah,
nope.
buddy.
I'll be there, but I won't be eating popcorn.
Why not?
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, no, you got to get the apps. You get 20% off. AMC sponsor us.
Well, that's a showcase. The one at Blackstone is a showcase.
Whichever one. Showcase US, sponsor us.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
yeah, man.
So we got just a little over 10 minutes left. I definitely want to bring up that we have some stuff ourselves.
Oh, yes.
So in February, we have Dead of Winter.
Yes, they're selling tickets. Let me go. Dead of Winter. Horror Festival. Yeah. So when is that? The 22nd and the 23rd.
Sergio, are you really asking if we have a guest?
You're looking at him.
We had a guest. It was a pre-recorded interview that was the first half of the show.
Mm-hmm.
We had the director and writer of Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare, as well as a producer. And the producer is the writer and director of the Winnie-the-Pooh Blood and Honey movies.
Yes.
So we had them on, and there was the trailer for Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare on. And then after that, Angel and I were live.
Yep. Live in the flesh.
Yep.
So February 22nd and the 23rd at Mechanics Hall in Worcester.
It's going to be a Toxic Avenger reunion.
Yes.
And many, many, many short films.
Yeah, they announced like 7 of them so far. If you go to their...
I have to go check it out.
Yeah, if you go to their Facebook page.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go to deadofwinterentertainment.com for advanced day passes that are available right now. Pre-order and skip the line. They got 1 day pass, 2 day pass, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so like you said, there's going to be cosplayers.
Yeah, and this isn't just like if you're in the Worcester area. Like if you're in the New England area, this is a new convention. It's only the second year. First year was a success.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful venue. It's like iconic venue, and it's it's an experience. It's different than any other place that you've gone to a horror convention at.
Yeah, so I'm looking at their video here. They got cosplayers coming.
There's a video?
Yeah, it's on their page.
All right, so I'll reach out to James and ask for the video and add it to the intro and stuff.
Yeah, it's about 2-minute video, so it won't be too.
Yeah.
So they said we begin the first 6 world premiere films coming to Dead of Winter. So they got 11, which is from Dead of Winter Entertainment, and it came from the 508, written by James D. Lamond, the guy behind Dead of Winter, along with his team. Shift, which you might see this guy in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you might see me in that movie, Shift. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's Multi-Level Massacre, but our friend Ashes. Then we got the Chexorcist. We're written and directed by Erica Stockwell. Ursid from Lee Visuals, and directed by Rob Lee, which Lee Visuals is also part of Dead of Winter Entertainment production house. And then the Orion Project from Boston Undead, written and directed by Rick Chandler. So those are the ones that they've
announced so far.
Yeah, but I know they're gonna have more because it's all weekend.
Yeah, it's a 2-day thing.
All weekend.
Both days.
And then also Ralph Steiner. There's gonna be some bands.
Ralph's Chadwick Square Diner.
Yeah. So get your headbang on. Our buddies in Intercourse are gonna be playing. Solid band if you like pissed off like noise rock type shit. So good stuff.
Right.
And some other
Sergio,
friends.
I'm not mad at you.
Sergio, we're not
mad.
Just fucking around.
Yeah, dude. Simmer down, dude. No, we're not mad at you.
No, never.
Yeah. So, yeah, go check out Peter Pan, Neverland Nightmare. Go check out Dead of Winter.
Yes.
And I don't know, we should probably wrap things up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
We can wrap it up. I got a new light. I just want to let y'all know I got a new light.
Ooh, I got a new light too. It's behind my head.
Yeah. I got a new portable.
It's a crow with a light bulb hanging out of his mouth. You can't tell though because the light bulb's too bright. So it just makes me look like I have a halo instead.
Yeah, I like it though. It breaks up the whole,
Yeah.
the whole setup. So, but yeah, this was fun.
Word.
Sergio, we're not mad at you. Thank you for always coming through.
Yeah.
Even on the days that we're not here, man.
Yeah. Even on the days we're not here. So where can people go follow you, Angel?
Just go check me out on the Instagrams. You can see the name right there, Chaos Manus. And also go check out That Strange Show, part of the Dorkening Network, and also Dead of Entertainment podcast, horror podcast network.
What was that last word? Dead of podcast?
What did I say? Dead of podcast?
Yeah.
Dead of Winter.
What is the Dead of Winter? It was what was it, 12 degrees when I woke up this morning?
Dude, it's fucking brick out. But yeah, go check out my page, and I'm putting up some stuff, and then this is your first show, Wicked Horror
of the
show
year.
of the year at some point. We might try to do a pajama party, That Strange Show, come back for the start of the year.
Pajama party?
Yeah, pajama dama.
You have to put them up really quick and then zip them up real fast so that way it gets cut right in you up there, like when I was a kid.
Yeah, we're the old school ones, so your butt flap fucking
butt flap. Sorry,
But yeah.
Serge. As you can tell, I'm back at my house, even though I don't have a house still. We still don't have a kitchen, so I'm back at the house by myself. So it's still, everything's been up in the air. That's why things haven't been very consistent recently. So between people not feeling well and just everything up in the air and me still living at my in-laws and stuff like that, I finally told my wife, I'm like, I'm just staying at home because I can't, I mean, for as much as I love my in-laws, because they're great, they truly are great. I couldn't ask for better in-laws, honestly.
Yeah.
I want to be at my house. So it's almost done. I'm getting the cabinets are in, and we're getting the measurement for the countertops on Thursday. So, so we're almost there. But for myself, anyways, you can see pointing the wrong way. I'm the worst still.
The worst, Kevin. The worst, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm Kevin. I'm the worst. And but yeah, just a knuckle on Instagram and doing that strange show.
Boom.
And my friend Mike wants to start something new soon. I don't know what that'll be.
With Nancy Ritter?
No, he wants to start something new in general, like a new podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's going to look like, but
all right.
He's been talking about doing it for a while, and he keeps reminding me that he wants to do it. So that's Mike Mars that used to be part of. He goes by Dynamo. He used to be part of.
Yeah.
He used to be part of Trick or Treat Radio.
Yes, that's right. Shout out.
Yeah, he's wanted to start a new show with me, and some other dudes for a hot minute. But
all the dudes,
all the young dudes. Well, I'm young compared to him. Oh, I won't be the oldest one anymore.
There you go. Then you're gonna have to wrap them jokes up about how you're old.
Well, I'm still old.
You're there.
But anywho.
Yeah. So remember, Peter Pan. 13th.
Peter Pan. 13th, 14th,
through the
15th.
14th. Yeah, and then also check out Bit of Winter. Also check out Block of Horror and all the good stuff they got going on over there. Awesome dudes.
Yep, and I don't know.
Things.
I'm pretty sure we have someone scheduled for next Tuesday. I don't know.
We'll have to check the calendar with Tony.
Yep, and then, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we have a guest for next week. So we should see you all then. Thank you again, and we will talk to you next time. Oh, goodbye.